My name is Purva Dhanashree. I am daughter of Kuber Dutt and Kamalini Dutt. Both my parents have been artists, so art has come to me as a part of life, as a part of growing. Vilasini Natyam, I would take a few minutes to talk about it because it's a lesson known art form. It's a Devadasi art form like Bharatanatyam, like Mohiniyattam, Odissi. और जो भारतम कहते हैं, भारतम इज़ लाइक अ कॉमन लैंग्वेज विच वॉज शेयर्ड बाय ऑल द देवदासीज ट्रेडिशनली एंड इट काइंड ऑफ गॉट कॉन्क्रिटाइज्ड व्हेन इट बिकेम रीजनलाइज्ड. तो एक लैंग्वेज थी इन चारों, जैसे चार बहनें समझ लीजिए. तो जब वो उड़ीसा की तरफ गई, वो ओडिसी बन गई. व्हेन इट केम टुवर्ड्स केरला, इट टुक द फॉर्म ऑफ मोहिनीअट्टम. व्हेन इट went towards Tamil Nadu, it took the form of Bharatanatyam. And in Telugu speaking areas, it was Vilasini Natyam. But because of various religious, political, social reasons, Vilasini Natyam, the name is given by Swapna Sundari ji to the Telugu Bharatam. It was researched by her, revised by her. So she gave her interpretation of Devadasi art form. She gave Vilasini Natyam, that name was given to this art form by her and a panel of Devadasis in 1995. So, but because like I said, there are various reasons why this Devadasi art form took time to come into the main dance world. So, good thing is that I have learned about an expression of Devadasis in its very pristine form, which is not practiced now much in Bharatanatyam. In the sense that when I started my training in Vilasini, we were taught all those pieces which were traditionally performed in the temple as a ritual. तो मैंने वो rituals किए भी हैं विलासिनी में, मंदिरों में किए हैं. In fact, in Hyderabad there is a temple in Nanak Ramgura where we danced inside the temple as a part of the ceremony, like the way Devadasis used to do, as a ritual. तो ये भरतनाट्यम में भी होता था, मोहिनीअट्टम में भी होता था, लेकिन समय के कारण अभी नहीं होता. It's now restricted only to stage performances. That experience Vilasini Natyam gave me, and of course the court repertoire which I do as a Bharatanatyam dancer also. But the treatment, the approach towards literature is very different in Vilasini Natyam. तो वो approach, वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग साहित्य की, संगीत की, धर्म की, आध्यात्म की, मुझे मिली विलासिनी नाट्यम से. क्योंकि जैसे मैंने कहा, टेम्पल रिचुअल्स को हमने बहुत डीपली स्टडी किया कि किस तरह से देवदासी वहाँ एक पात्र बन जाती है, एक प्रार्थना को वो ले जाती है, लोगों की प्रार्थना को ईश्वर तक. जो काम पुजारी करते हैं मंत्रोच्चारण के रूप में, वही देवदासी करती है अपने नृत्य के जरिए. वील हैव टू डिफाइन प्रोफेशन हियर बिकॉज classical dance gives you many forms of expression. If you're only taking it as a performance-oriented dance form, it's a very tough journey. Because whatever said and done, the opportunities are less, and performers are many. And the way still our government and many organizations, the way they conduct things is quite slow for the classical art forms. But things are changing. The number of programs have really increased. Organizations have increased. Artists themselves are taking up this responsibility of conducting programs for other artists. They are promoting other artists. So that way the synergy has really become very, very fulfilling in past years. In terms of exposure, in terms of getting knowledge about things, technically they are very, very sound. And I think they love classical arts. But the thing is, exposure. In terms of, when I say exposure, there are two ways I'm meaning exposure. कि एक तो .com है, आप जाके कुछ भी देख सकते हो. मैं एक तो वो एक्सपोजर बहुत ज़्यादा है उनको, लेकिन एक लाइव एक्सपीरियंस के रूप में उनको जो एक्सपीरियंस मिलना चाहिए वो कम है. और मीडिया भी जो उनको जिस तरह से क्लासिकल आर्ट्स दे रही है, मुझे लगता है वो बहुत कम है। तो इंटरेस्ट आप युवा पीढ़ी की कैसे लाएंगे इस कला के प्रति? इट्स ओनली व्हेन यू गिव देम दैट एसेंस ऑफ that art, you know, when you talk to them, when you reach out to them, where they come to you, where there's a dialogue in between the youth and the artist. Don't have opinions about classical dance or music without watching them. एक बार देखिए उनकी, क्योंकि बहुत बार यूथ से मैंने ये रिएक्शन देखा है, दे आर वेरी बोरिंग, हमें समझ नहीं आता, इवन बिफोर यू सिट थ्रू अ परफॉर्मेंस. I'm not expecting them to understand everything that is being presented on stage. वो तो बहुत रसिक लोग ही समझ पाते हैं उसको, लेकिन आप देखिए तो सही, एक एफर्ट कीजिए कि स्पेशली seeing a performance live. It's very one thing is you see things on YouTube, all that is fine, but these are live performing arts. When a dancer is sweating it out on stage for 1.5 hours, giving you that presentation, which is an effort of so many weeks and months and years, go there. And by being there in person, you give so much of support and energy to that dancer, to that musician, by being there, your presence. So open yourselves up to classical dance before forming occasions. I wish more acceptance, more empathy, more understanding for classical dance from the people of this country.